Hi, my name is Pat Huntoon and I'm the publisher of the Technique Junkie newsletter. Today I'm showing you a technique called colorizing. Colorizing is where you take a certain portion of an image, like this beautiful impression obsession image I have here, and you only highlight that one portion of the image. This technique was inspired by my work in Photoshop, frankly, where you can take a photograph and just colorize parts of a photograph to highlight specific things. I decided I wanted to recreate that with my stamps. So today I'm going to show you how. You just need some simple tools. You need a stamp that's pretty detailed that you can color in, a basic black ink pad, white cardstock, and the coloring medium of your choice. I'm choosing to use pastels today, or chalks, because they're simple to use and apply quickly, and I can demonstrate better for you. My supplies are used. You'll have to excuse me. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is just simply ink up the detailed stamp. I'm going to get a good application of ink on there because even though I'm only colorizing part of it, I want to make sure that every bit of it shows. I don't want any blank spots in my image. And one thing you can do to see if you have enough ink on your stamp is to turn it into the light and make sure that all of the parts of the stamp look damp. You shouldn't have any spots that look dry. When I use unmounted stamps, even if they have that little bit of cushioning like this one does, I like to stamp on a mouse pad. I think it gives a little bit better cushioning than just with nothing at all. And with this stamp, just going to stamp my image on the white cardstock, press it down, let the ink release into the paper, and let it sit there for a second. And I have my image. Now you can see I didn't stamp it perfectly square into the center there, but that's okay because I was planning on using an oval in my finished piece anyways. So now that I have that stamped, I'm just going to begin colorizing once that dries a bit. I'm going to let that ink soak in a little bit. And again, what I want to do is I want to take this portion here, this daisy, and I want to colorize it, which means I'm going to use a color that's really strong here, so this becomes the focal point. And I'm going to take the grass, everything, the barn, and mute it out so that you really don't notice it quite as much. I could have just as easily taken the barn and done it and muted out everything else, but these daisies are awfully pretty. I just couldn't let them go by the wayside. So once that dries, I'm taking some very muted colors. I'm going to be working in this palette here basically, and a little bit of the grays and the blacks. And I'm just going to add color to the background, the barn, the grass, the whole back area. And if you really want to mute it out, you can take some gray, just go over it lightly with gray. Kind of takes the color down a little bit. If you're using colored pencils, you would just go over it lightly with a gray pencil and blend it in. Same with Copics. You really can use any coloring medium here. It does not have to be chalks. So now I have the background done. Then I'm simply going to take some very bright colors, this outrageously bright orange here, orangey yellow. And I'm just going to color that good and strong. See how those flowers pop and everything else fades into the background? And that's how you colorize. Thanks for stopping by today, and I can't wait to see your creations.